There's been a real shift in how we talk about work lately, right? It's not just about hitting deadlines anymore. More and more, we're talking about our actual mental well-being on the job. So today, we're going to dig into a brand new framework that's all about changing our workplaces for the better, making them places of real, genuine support. All right, let's get into it. I mean, this quote really says it all, doesn't it? This whole idea comes from the Mental Health Association of Nassau County's SAFE initiative, and it just perfectly sets the stage. We're not talking about, a pizza party or a single wellness day here and there. No, this is about a deep, fundamental shift in the culture itself. And that's exactly the vision we're going to explore.
Okay, so why is this change so important, like right now? Well, it all comes down to this gap. The gap between what companies say they're doing for our mental health and what we actually experience day to day. So yeah, let's dig into that a little more.
I mean, just think about it for a second. For most of us, we spend a huge chunk of our waking hours at work. It's this place where, yeah, stress can pile up, but it's also where we can find real connection. And the company culture, wow, that's the decider. It's what makes the difference between feeling supported and feeling totally on your own. And that, of course, has a huge effect on our mental health. And this is where things get really interesting. You can see the two approaches side by side here. On one hand, you've got the old way of doing things, super reactive, right? A problem pops up and maybe, just maybe, HR gets involved. It was all about luck, really. Did you have a good manager, a colleague who cared? But the new vision, it's completely different. It's proactive. It's about baking that support right into the company's DNA so it's not left up to chance. It's just part of the culture. So you might be wondering, where is all this coming from? I mean, a big shift like this doesn't just happen out of nowhere. And you'd be right. There's actually a dedicated organization behind this whole thing, really driving this proactive vision forward and making it a reality. And that key player is the Mental Health Association of Nassau County, or MHANC for short. Now, these folks have been in the game for a long time, supporting individuals and families. What's so cool is that now they're taking all that knowledge, all that compassion, and bringing it right into the workplace. And I really want to stress this point. This is not just another boring corporate training seminar. The MHNCE is very clear. They see this as a movement. It's a much bigger idea. It's about a total cultural transformation that gives power to everyone in the organization from the top down and the bottom up. Okay, so that leads us to the million-dollar question, right? How do you actually do it? How do we take all these great ideas about a new culture and make them, practical, actionable? And let's just sit with that for a moment. Seriously, think about your own job right now. How would you even start to build a real culture of care? It feels like a huge, maybe even overwhelming task, doesn't it? Well, this is where the solution comes in. The MHANC developed something called the SAFE framework, and it's designed to be exactly that, a new standard, a clear, super practical guide that pretty much any organization can use. So, what is SAFE? It's actually an acronym which makes it easy to remember. It stands for See the Signs, Approach with Care, Find Support, and Engage and Encourage. The beauty of it is that it's not some complicated psychological theory. It's just a practical tool that helps build awareness and, well, basic human compassion between coworkers. All right, so let's break that down even further. Let's look at how these 4 simple, memorable pillars actually work in practice, because this is something anyone can learn. This really lays it all out so clearly. So, step 1, see the signs. This is just about noticing when a coworker just seems off. You're not playing doctor, you're not diagnosing anything, you're just observing. Maybe the person who's always cracking jokes in the morning is suddenly really quiet, or a teammate who's usually super reliable starts missing deadlines. Simple stuff. Then, approach with care. That just means reaching out in a gentle, non-judgmental way. Next up, find support. This is huge. It's about knowing where to point someone for help, whether that's HR or the company's Employee Assistance Program, the EAP. And finally, engage and encourage. This is all about following up, showing you still care, and just reinforcing that sense of hope. Okay, this next point is absolutely crucial because we need to be super clear about what SAFE is not. And this slide spells it out perfectly. This is not about turning you into your coworker's therapist. It's not clinical at all. Think of it more like a playbook. It just gives everyone a shared common language for support. So instead of freezing up because you don't know what to do when you see someone struggling, you have a simple human way to respond. And when you think about it, when these simple steps and this common language become just second nature to everyone, that's when the magic happens. That's when you get to the ultimate goal, a genuine culture of care that can totally transform a workplace. At the end of the day, the goal is to break that awful cycle of silence. Come on, we've all been there, right? You can see a colleague is having a tough time, but you're scared of saying the wrong thing, so you say nothing at all. What SAFE does is give people a roadmap. It gives them a clear path forward so they can actually act with a bit more confidence and compassion. And that's really the heart of the whole thing. It's about making mental health support more human, more accessible, and more actionable. And look, this isn't just some fluffy, nice to have thing. This has a real, tangible impact on everything, from keeping good people around to just getting stuff done. It's a way to build a stronger, more connected team from the ground up. So I want to leave you with this one final question to chew on. Just imagine for a minute, what would change in your workplace, in your day-to-day, if everyone, your boss, your colleagues, everyone, spoke the language of SAFE? If they knew how to see the signs, approach with care, find support, and encourage each other. Seriously, what would that feel like?